Alrighty then. I'm assuming we're live, so welcome. I am kingrhodestn, about to play some Sonic 3D Blast, and I'm joined by the world's best commentator, Argic.
Oh, wow, that's high praise.
Oh, super
Thank
hype,
you.
dude. Yeah, no, I love everything Argic does. He's awesome with all of this stuff there. Yeah, so we're gonna get this started as soon as this demo screen allows me to get back.
But hold on, we have one more person in the call as well.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
important
very important person here.
We have Mr. RoboSparkle, who is taking over as our host.
Thank you very much, guys. Really looking forward to this one. Very happy to watch you guys go fast and go isometric simultaneously.
We're gonna try. That is for sure. But if everyone's good, we're ready for a countdown here.
We are all ready. Take it away.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so this is Sonic 3D Blast. This is an isometric platformer. This is not the Sonic game you remember as a child. But King Rhodes here is going to absolutely decimate this game. And we are doing beat the game here, so we do not need to get any rings for the Chaos Emeralds. We are all good. The main objective here is to destroy the enemies and grab the flickies that come outside them. And you see, already has 5, already putting them into the giant onion ring, sending them home, and away we go. That is area 1 of Green Grove 1 done, because alliteration is a thing in this game. And we're going to run our way through, grab the speed juice here, and we're going to grab the golden shield here. This golden shield is the first instance of Sonic's homing attack ability. If there is an enemy on the screen and you double tap the jump button, you will dash right towards them and kill them. If there are no enemies on screen and you do this, you will hit straight down and lose all all horizontal speed, gaining a little bit of vertical, but that's not good. Nah. But there was stage 1. That was Green Grove 1. It finished in second. Chaos cough drops. We're already being called out in the chat there. Of course we are. It's not a 3D Blast run without Amber knowing about it. Amber, Amber is the leader of the International Isometric Salt Mine. That is the wonderful pet name we've been given for all 3D Blast runners. You're more than welcome to join us. Save the flickies, send them at the giant onion ring, and away we go in a Green Grove 2 here. And each stage, of course, typically has 3 sections. Each section, gotta save 5 flickies. Flickies are not random. Enemy locations are not random. They're always in the same locations. They will have the same movement path, so they will move in the same area. So as long as you're on the same cycle every time, you should be getting the same result. Grabbing the speed juice here, going to run our way through, dodging over all the mine areas and grabbing the final flicky of phase 2 into the giant ring, and away we go. Just going to run our way through again into the next stage part. Here we go. This is where we get the lovely giant cat killer that jumps out. And you'll notice here that we have different colors of flickies as well. We have blue flickies, we have red flickies, we have purple flickies. That does actually make a difference because the color of the flicky determines the AI. And more about that when we get into Rusty Ruin. But first, we're about to go and head into Green Grove 3, which is the boss fight.
See, optimally we want like a 108 to a 110 on that stage. We missed a couple cycles, so it's just a little slow.
But speaking of cycles, we're gonna get the perfect cycles on this boss. So the boss will drop the giant steel ball here, and we're gonna try and get 2 hits each time. And the ball will bounce 5 times, and you want to position the ball right underneath the shadow so Eggman immediately starts falling down again. And then the final hit here, there you go, perfect 3 cycle on the boss. Nicely done. And now we're coming in my favorite stage of the
100%.
game, Rusty Ruin. Rusty Ruin Act 1, best soundtrack ever.
Best soundtrack.
Unfortunately, I am going to be talking over it, which is a shame. But we do... So the gimmick in this stage is this lovely little spinning, dancing kind of ballerina thing you just saw Sonic do there. That allows you to break through some of the ruins. It is very important for area 2 in this stage. And as I was mentioning earlier, we have the different color of flickies. Blue and purple flickies, when not following Sonic, will try and find their way back to Sonic. Green flickies are the worst because green flickies will go off on their own merry adventure and you've got to try and track them down. Red flickies will bounce on the spot from left to right, and you gotta try and grab them. They can be slightly annoying, but they're not as annoying as green. And here is what I mean by the little spinning, dancing ballerina section here. You need to hold that ballerina form all the way down to those ruins, otherwise you can't break through.
That was close.
King Rose there making great work of that one.
That was close though. We almost went right into it.
Indeed. So goodbye Vector the crocodile. All the enemies change based on the stage that you're in. They get kind of a little a redesign based on which part of the world they're on. So we get Charmy the bee and Vector the crocodile in here. I'm disappointed we don't get Espio, but you know, maybe he's hiding, he's invisible. But that is Act 1. Act 1 complete, nice and easy. And Act 2, more of the same, but this time I'm going to add some bouncy platforms in there as well. So once again, Charmy the bee there. You also saw, you can see as well, because of it's an isometric view, you can see you've got the different walls and that, you've got the different heights. Sonic can jump 2 blocks high. So if a platform is 2 blocks high, you can reach it, you'll be landing on the platform, you're a-okay. If it's 3 or more, you will not be able to reach it. And you got to be very careful with where you're taking the springs. Speaking of springs, we got one here. We're going to just completely miss it. Jump right over the gap there because swag. And dodging the fire coming out of the wall, grabbing the Charmy, grabbing Vector, running down to another Charmy enemy and grabbing the speed shoes there as well, hopefully. Nice speed shoes, run our way through. We're going to jump straight over the platforms there because we don't need that platforming, at least not until the very last level. But more of that when we get there. Running all the way through. And we're going to go all the way in. Going to make sure you actually come down to the bottom left there because that's where one of the flickies are hiding. But because they're not on screen, you probably won't see them. And you'll wonder which one you've missed. And then it turns out it was right at the start. Once again, we got the ballerina section here. Got to keep yourself spinning, making sure you don't get hit by the ball and chain that's running their way through there. Getting to the end of the stage, and we're about to set up, hopefully, for a quick kill on boss 3.
Fingers crossed.
So what King Rhodes is going to do here is King Rhodes is going to try and hit the boss 5 times before the boss is even ready to attack. And the way he's going to do this is he's going to run at the boss at a specific angle, get up onto the paw, and immediately start jumping onto the boss. About the 3rd or the 4th hit, he's going to run right into him, get the remaining hits, and the boss doesn't even get a chance to move. What a fantastic Rusty Rune 3 that was. Nice 11. And now we come to the inside of a clown's pocket.
Yep. Amber's favorite stage right here.
Oh yes, amazing stage. Spring Stadium. It is got an amazing color scheme. Look at that, lovely red, yellows, and whites everywhere. It really does look like a circus, you know. But we're gonna run our way through here. You can see the different enemies available once again. We got the little kind of fireflies. We got the spiders. We've also got the kind of little crab things now as well. They're slightly annoying, but we've got the gold shield, which gives us protection, and you can see the flickies also get their own little shields, which is really cool. And running our way through, that is phase 1 complete. Thankfully, phase 2, although stars immediately, none of the enemies are actually available until you get past this balloon section. Got to be very careful when you see the holes in the ground there. The holes in the ground do actually have spikes in them. If you stand on them too quick or for too long, they're going to pop out, say hi, and you don't want to see that happening. Opting to grab the speeches as well. Very smooth grab there, so we're going to save a lot of time going through that one. Some runners, myself included, opt to not going for them, and then we're going to jump down onto the pufferfish. Nice hit on the pufferfish there, running our way through, getting the final enemy, using the speed shoots, carrying the speed all the way towards the end of the level, and done. Very smooth Spring Stadium one there.
Not bad at all. When you lose a gold shield there, that can get very hectic. That's for sure.
Indeed, indeed. The shield is very important. Coming up into Spring Stadium 2. Spring Stadium 2, you've got a lot of these downward slopes, and slopes are actually a very important part in this game with the physics and the momentum in the game. If you jump from a downward slope like King Rhodes just did there, you will gain a nice burst of horizontal speed. If you are running up the slope and you jump, you will gain slightly more vertical height, but you will lose any horizontal speed that you have. So you've got to make sure you're jumping at the correct point. Again, in this case, while you are facing the downward portion of the ramp you want to jump to get as much speed as you can. You also just saw there, you saw some of the stadium having these little red circles on the ground. Some of them are live springs, some of them are not, and you want to go into the ones that are live springs. A nice slam down straight onto another set of speed shoes here, running all the way through. We're going to get 2 more enemies. There's 1 and 2 complete already. Running, jumping, knowing where the springs are, getting the firefly straight onto the spring, all the way up the top, and through we go. Spin dashing our way through some of these automatic sections here, trying to get down the ramp there, unfortunately getting hit by the bumper, but that's not a problem. And then the only fish in the game that makes us stop. Yeah, that puffer fish is on a camera cycle. The moment he is on screen, he will puff up and you cannot hit him. You gotta wait on him. And we're running our way through to the final section here. 5 more flickies to save. Got the 2 right at the very start here. Going to bounce up the balloons. Hopefully get 1, 2, straight up and in. Up round the back route here to the background of the stage. Hit the little crab enemy 1. Hit the little spider enemy 2. And final crab enemy. Where these holes in the grounds are, there are giant spikes in there. You want to dodge them. But that is that stage done. And we are now heading into Spring Stadium 3. This is what I like to call Baby Rage the boss, because he loves to baby rage if you give him the chance. Hopefully, King Rhodes here. Do you go for the quick kill?
I do. We'll go for the 18.
We're going to hopefully see the quick kill here. So, the boss is going to come down. King Rhodes is going to time the first hit by running up to the middle and getting a jump immediately, aiming for the rest of the hits as quickly as they can, making sure it goes to the right direction, which he has.
Oh, let's go.
That's
let's
6,
go.
that's 7.
Let's
1
go.
more and 8 for the quick kill.
Take it. Get some hype
Very,
for that.
very well done. Amazing quick kill there. That is harder than it looks, by the way. That is one of the hardest quick kills to do, because you are having to line up your angle against the boss where your hitboxes do not overlap, because if your hitboxes overlap, Eggman will not take damage, and then you fail the quick kill. That was so smooth and so good as we come into Diamond Dust now. So Diamond Dust here. You have the ice gimmick. You will be seeing us getting frozen. We got little enemies on the pogo sticks. We got ourselves the penguins. And we got the lovely ice turrets. You do want to try and avoid the ice turrets. The ice turrets are not fun. But that is a nice phase 1 there. A deliberate damage boost on the icicles there. Of course, that's RNG manipulation.
Yep.
And we're going to just bounce our way through. This is an automatic section here. There is no control. There's no speed up. There's no slowdown. It's just showing you, look, angles. Angles work. So we've got 3 penguins here. 1, 2, and 3, all very close together. Going to grab them, and then we're going to climb up the giant snow river here. We're going to run all the way up there. Jumping is quicker to navigate our way through there, and then the 2 pogo enemies finishing phase 2. Phase 2, nice and quickly there. Small zone. Don't have to worry about it. And coming into phase 3, and this is where we have some of the snowmen. And so the snowmen are the worst enemy in this game, in my opinion. The snowmen, yeah, you have to hit the snowmen, but you've got to hit them where they're not firing a snowball directly in your face. And if you spin dash into them like King Rhodes just did there, you run the risk of dying. Because as you see with the snowmen, they actually turn into an ice cube rather than freeing the flicky immediately. And for some reason, we don't know if it's a crush death or if it's a game failsafe or something, but the game will just kill you and then you have to redo the stage again. It's a bit weird, but thankfully we didn't see that there. But we do still have Act 2. So coming in Act 2, got a couple of penguins here. Taking out the penguins, just passing the snowmen that are just going to puff up and split themselves into snowballs. They don't have flickies in them, which is nice. Only specific enemies actually have flickies, which is really good. Nice spin dash into the snowman there, opting not to get the blue shield. And the reason for that is because we're going to get the gold shield down in the next part of the level here. Of course, the gold shield is protected by a snowman and a pogo stick enemy. Once again, jumping on downward slopes just to conserve speed here. Nice kill on the snowman, grabbing the shield, allowing us to get the remaining kills on the enemies all the way down here. The other thing King Rhodes is doing here is they are holding the jump button when they are attacking an enemy. And the reason for that is you will stay in the air for slightly enough, like you'll stay in the air for slightly longer if you weren't holding it. Like it's equivalent of doing a full jump. And if you do that, the flicky should immediately join your trail. Now, the more flickies you have, the longer your trail is, and the easier it is to grab other flickies. However, when you've only got 1 or 2, you got to be very careful you don't accidentally miss one, especially in the later levels, because if they go wandering down the wrong hill, you're going to have a bad time.
A real bad time, that's for sure.
Maybe a rage, maybe?
Oh, just a little bit.
But that is Diamond Dust 2. Very clean, very smooth. This is a great run, mate. This is going really well. unfortunately, we're coming up to pretty much an auto-scroller boss. There's not really a whole lot we can do on this one. The boss is going to fall down periodically. It's going to drop a snowman, and then it's going to allow us to hit him. Every time we get a hit, he loses one of his little ice machines. So while this boss is going ahead, Robo, if you've got anything you'd like to say, now's a great time.
Oh, absolutely. So, the Jack of Hearts has donated $20 and says, shout out to my twin brother, Dar Jack of Hearts, for taking over donation reading last run. Also, this donation goes to Don't Hug the Metroid, because in these uncertain times, something, give us money for a good cause. So thanks very much for that. And we have $10 from Fleety Fly that says, good luck to all runners, all the best to everyone. And yeah, so keep those donations very much coming in. Also, shout outs to Junior MHD91 for the raid.
Very nice, very nice.
Yes, thank you very much for the raid. Thank you for your donations and that as well. And Amber says they see what I did there. I'm glad you do, because I don't. I have no idea what I did there. But we're coming into another great stage here where things are heating up in Volcano Valley. Another great tune here. This is my second place tune. I'm sorry everybody that loves it, but Rusty Ruin 1 is just, it edges out there.
No, I feel you.
But you can see, indeed. See, I'm glad someone agrees with me. But the first instance of the invincibility being used here, invincibility, same as any other Sonic game, you are invincible for about 20 odd seconds. Unfortunately, it runs out exactly when we need it to, which is when there's two giant fire turrets shooting at us with an enemy in the middle. Thankfully, hitting the correct block there to go down the right hole allows us to advance to the next part of the stage, and away we go. And if you are eagle-eyed, you may see that there's no longer any purple flickies, but instead, we have this really awesome kind of lava-style flicky. The reason for that is it's actually a sprite limitation on the Mega Drive, because the Mega Drive can't load too many colors in RAM at the same time. So instead of using purple flickies for this one, you get this really cool lava flicky effect. It functions exactly the same as a purple flicky, it has the exact same AI, it just looks cool. And you can see here as well, you can see King Rhodes getting onto these little blue platforms and spin dashing on them. They are the bane of any runner's existence, because you jump on them and you can try and jump off them, but if you try and jump off of them and you miss the jump, you lose about 5 seconds for something that could have saved you 1 second. So opting for marathon safety there, it is respectable. And that was Volcano Valley Act 1, which is a shame because I like that stage.
Now we got a good jump right at the beginning here. Let's see if we can get this.
Oh yeah, nice good jump at the start. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try and line ourselves up, because in the middle of the lava here there's an island with an item box, bounces straight off the item box, getting the fire shield. Nice smooth jump there. We want to carry this fire shield all the way through the rest of the stage, and the reason for that is because there are a number of fire turrets that may or may not be active. So rather than leaving it to RNG or cycles or however they determine when they fire, we're going to have the fire shield that will protect us from fire damage. So we can stand on lava, we can also get hit by the lava from the lava shield. What we can't survive from is the weird fire projectiles at the start. I don't know, it's weird. But we grab the speed shoes here, we're going to grab the enemies. There are 4 more to go. Going to get 1, here comes 2, 3 is right beside it, there's 4, and that's a flicky going for a wander on its own there, but nicely recovered. There's your fire turrets, 1 was active, the other was not. And then we got 2 more over here. 1 was active, 1 was not. Why is it? We don't know. Running all the way through here. Big jump up into the ring, and now to the boss stage we go. Nice, easy, and quick boss stage coming up here. Nothing really that we have to worry about. We're going to just jump on the tubes, and then we're going to get 8 quick hits against the boss.
So I'm going to go for the 18 versus the 20. Let's see if we can get just a small time save here.
So opting to get as close to the boss as they can. The reason for that is because that is going to allow them to get as many hits off really, really quickly, compared to doing full launches back like you saw there with the damage boost. Now, unfortunately, I think that might just be on the 20. Just 19, slap bang in the middle. It was that second hit that got you there, but still impressive, still impressive. In a Gene Gadget, this is where the game difficulty ramps up, opting not to go for the shield, which is really interesting because did you know that the blue shield, although the standard shield in the game, actually protects you from electricity? I didn't know that either until I read the manual. And I didn't read the manual. Somebody told me it was in the manual and I had to confirm it. It tells you in the manual that that shield is a thing. But we also have one of the worst enemies in the game here. We have these lovely little mice. Now, the mice are mean. Nice early hit the pufferfish there. Unfortunately, the purple fliggy going for a little wonder. Gets the second hit, which is nice. These mice, they are annoying, especially when they are beside turrets. Because the mice, they will try and track Sonic within their area, and the area is pretty small, and unfortunately when you're beside those turrets will activate when you're near them. So having somebody that chases you on proximity versus something that activates on proximity means you're gonna have a bad time. King Rose though making light work of that completely, getting all the way through here. And now for the important part of the stage, which is finding all the flickies before you go through the final tube, because if you don't have all the flickies not only freed but actually following you, you go through that final tube and it will send you back to the start of the game. So we're going to wait, grabbing all the flickies. Nice recovery there. You saw the flickies, just they decided they weren't joining the chain.
Sniped a little bit.
Gets them all, but gets through straight in and big jump up, finishing the stage. And now, this is where we get to Gene Gadget 2. And we get the infamous Slope of Rage. Now, if you have to go down the Slope of Rage, you're going to be raging because it means that you messed up, and messing up is bad. So we're going to go at the bottom of the Slope of Rage here, and that is going to allow us to grab the first flicky. The second flicky is back up there, but because we have to go that way anyway, it's quicker to come down here and take the chance of not falling down the slope. So we're going to grab that, and then we're going to grab the next one up here. So you can see it there, mouse, turret. Evil. It's evil, right? This is where we're on the slope. So King Rhodes is going to line themselves up, and they're going to jump over, straight over. And because they jumped on the slope there, they're able to run their way through, which is great. Jumping through straight into the next section. Mouse beside the turret again, doesn't get sniped. Final jump at the top of the slope. Dodges the turrets, doesn't get sniped. No going down the Slope of Rage. No raging here. Nicely done. Going through it, I do not need to breathe. I am fine, I promise you. As we run our way through, going up the Great Wall of Gene Gadget, but we only have to go up halfway, grab the flicky, and then we're going to navigate our way around the rest of the track here. Electrified floor plus mouse plus turret equals trouble, but King Rhodes makes light work of it, hits the spring, runs the way through, gets onto the octopus. All four from the bottom is here, and running our way through. There's the Great Wall of Gene Gadget. But we come out the top of it, jumps up, gets the pufferfish, and away to the boss we go.
Solid
the boss
GG2.
coming up here. Yeah, that is solid. That is phenomenal. But we're coming up to another scroller boss here. This boss is just sitting out of reach for us to get an attack here. We can't quite hit him. Gonna grab some rings for safety. Then we gotta wait for the pattern that comes out. I say the pattern's random. Some people say the pattern is set. But while we're waiting for this to happen, Robo, if you've got anything you'd like to say, take it away, my friend.
Absolutely. So if you've just joined us, you are watching the UKSG United Kingdom Speedrunning Gathering. Normally we're a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow in Scotland, but due to obviously the current situation, we're instead bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns over the weekend from the comfort of our own homes to yours. We're supporting Crisis, which is a charity, if you don't know, supporting people trying to get them out of homelessness for good. So this is done through education, through training, through support with housing, employment and health. 100% of the £605 that you've raised so far already will be supporting Crisis, as well as 100% of all remaining donations for the weekends. So please do keep donating. We do actually have a interesting donation incentive coming up for our next game, Solace Dreams, which is a chance to see an extra hidden boss, a hidden doppelganger boss that isn't normally part of the run. We are only £15 away from hitting that, so please do keep those donations coming.
Thank you, and thank you all for your donations. We are now on Panic Puppet, or as I said for years, Puppet Panic. I didn't even realize I was getting it wrong, but here we are. So this is the final stage where we are getting the final 5 flickies. After this, we don't need to save the flickies anymore. King Rhodes are getting an absolutely phenomenal jump, navigating the mines as they explode, and getting up the top of the hill in 2 really swift jumps here. Right now, the flickies are actually in test tubes because they haven't been put into the robots yet. Sonic is actually too fast for Eggman here, and Eggman was not prepared. So even though he has his robot sentries patrolling the the area, he didn't have time to put the flickies into robots. So what we're doing now is we're going to run our way through, and we're going to, we're going to have to hit the little button that's surrounded by 2 turrets here. And King Rhodes doesn't go for the invincibility, and I don't like it. Oh, why do you do that to us? The invincibility is right there, and you don't go for it. That's
gotta save that half a second. Maybe, yeah.
A second or half a second. It's like, why do you not do that? Gives us clench every time. Like, please don't do that. But there you go. First area. Only one area in this one as we come through to Panic Puppet 2. And we are coming to the final 2 stages here. We've got Panic Puppet 2 and then the boss. As we go through, we got one really important part coming up. No more flickies to save. This is a pure platforming section here. And a really cool fact is you've got these lightning turrets that are going to shoot lightning at you. Surprise. But you can literally run past them and they don't actually do anything. They are too slow. As we're going to run our way through here, we're coming up to a really important part. You can see in the background there, it looks like there's a giant red robot with a yellow bit on it. What is it? I don't know. I got to ask my friend Swezzy, and Swezzy says it's
Eggman.
As we come up to the final part of platforming here, this is MIPS, known as mandatory isometric platforming here. Thankfully, there's not much of it in the game. Let's see how this goes. King Rhodes, unfortunately, getting MIP there. So what you saw is you just saw King Rhodes do the jump and immediately phase through the platform. Why? Because 3D Blast says, there you go, did it again. Why? Because 3D Blast said so. So you want to try and be on the platform. You have to angle it correctly to get in there. Otherwise, you just phase through it. The game somehow doesn't detect Sonic being on the platform and you have a bad time. This is where that 2 jump height comes in handy. King Rhodes just jumping slightly too early, so doesn't get enough height, but runs straight through the mines. Big jump over. Going to go straight into his nose.
Get on in there.
Into the nose. So we are coming up to the final boss here. This is the final level. Time is coming up when the screen fades to white after the final hit here. We'll let you know when it is. Phase 1 of the boss here is the only phase that we can actually speed up. The boss is going to slam his hand down. You want to hit the side of him that glows. You want to slam his hand down. Hit the side that glows. Repeat this 4 times on each side and then you profit. That's one side done. Second side. Again. Slam. 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 See, I kind of want to just sing Space Jam now, but I don't want to get... I probably shouldn't. And then as we come down into phase 2, the slammers are replaced by the flamethrower. So instead of slamming down his maces, he's now going to fire a fire blast at us. But as long as you run around the outside, the flame should not be able to hit you because it runs out of oxygen before it gets to you. You can see here King Rhodes using the power of angles, the power of math. And then you are able to just continuously bounce. You can actually do this one-handed. As long as you just press the spin dash button and release it, you will constantly just bounce between each of the areas. It's absolutely amazing. And then we're coming down to the final section where the flamethrowers get replaced by the Skittle launchers. And we're going to see how many Skittles we get. Hopefully we don't get any Skittles. But King Rhodes here going for the easy strat. Just jumping on the section here. You're supposed to switch between either side. But for some reason, you can jump at this one side. It is slower by a few frames. But you don't have to move. You're just literally holding jump and away we go. So as the screen fades out here, time is coming up. And this has been an absolutely fantastic run. I can't wait to see the time on this one.
I can't either.
So there we go. Final hit coming up. Eggman explodes and time is on the fade to white.
Time.
And there you go. GG's.
Thank you very much, Artigo. Thank you for that commentary. That was some top tier commentary right there. Getting me fired up as I'm running that. It's pretty sick.
I'm glad you asked. I'm very happy to provide commentary for people if they want it. I love commentating. I love having fun. The Sonic community is awesome. The International Isometric Salt Mine is awesome.
Very awesome. 3D Blast is awesome community. If anyone's interested in even picking up the game, it's very beginner friendly. I would say so. The top times can be very like precise. But the Discord or our community is really awesome, really welcoming. A bunch of new people are joining all the time. Everyone's always helping, and I'm helping. Argig will help people. Amber will help people. Anybody in the Discord, it's awesome to be a part of. That's for sure. But
indeed, Robo, what was the time of the run there?
Give me a second, just to let you know. Its final time was roll 26:50.
That's not 27. Nice. I'll take it. I think it's up 27. Not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, if you got anything else, Argic, I'm good.
All right, all I want to say is if you've got the time, folks, give King Rhodes a follow over on their channel. You get to see more great runs like this. And I'm going to let Robo take it away as I think we've got more runs coming up.
Yep.
Oh, you're absolutely right. We do, as it happens. The Solar Streams run I mentioned earlier, Linkermeister will be taking the hot seat after the break. He'll be running Solar Streams New Game Plus. So we still have $15 left for the donation incentive for the secret doppelganger boss. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to get cut off. I'd imagine it'd be during the run at some point. So if you want to see that, and I believe you do, please get your donations in. And then after that, we have the start of our Resident Evil block. Oh, try again. Oh no, do you have to do the run again now?
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. Sorry, guys, you gotta watch this again. Sorry.
Yeah. Thanks very much, guys. See
Thank you guys for having me.
No, thank you.